and welcome to Getting to Good Enough, a podcast to help you let go of perfectionism so you can do more of what you love. I'm Shannon Wilkinson, a life coach in Portland, Oregon. I'm a recovering perfectionist who's getting better at good enough.
And I'm Janine Adams, a certified professional organizer in St. Louis, Missouri, and I'm lucky enough to be naturally good at good enough.
And today we're talking about the power of gamification and the fun. Hey Janine.
Hey Shannon, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to talk about this topic.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tell me why.
Well, because it's fun, and who doesn't like fun?
I know.
Right. And also because I have a friend who's a professional organizer who, I believe she's a certified professional organizer, who has invented a game about decluttering that I want to talk about.
That is so awesome.
I know, it really is. And so that's what prompted me to suggest this topic, because I know you are like the queen of gamification in your life.
I know. It's like if I could gamify everything.
Well, there's a goal.
I'm going to work on that. I'm going to get started right now.
Excellent. Let's gamify this podcast.
Yes.
So can I talk for a minute about this game?
Please
This
do.
declutter game?
Yeah.
It's called Declutter Go. Declutter Go. There's an exclamation point at the end. And it's from my friend Lynne Poulton of Wholly Organized, WHOLLY. And I will provide a link in the show notes and maybe a picture. But it has 5 dice, one set of 5 dice that are big and sort of foamy, so they're soft. And each is a different color, and each color represents something that you do with the game. So you start out by with the revive dice, which prepares you to declutter. In other words, it gives you something to do that is energizing. Right. And then there's the action die, which tells you what you're going to do, which decluttering activity you'll do. If you're working with paper, you would use a different die instead with paper-related actions. And then there's a number, 1 through 6, and depending on what number you roll, it determines how much time you put on your timer. And then an area die, where it tells you which part of the house you're going to work in. And then a reward die. It says, treat yourself after completing 3 decluttering sprints. Roll this at the start to see what's waiting for you on the other side of that clutter. So it's like totally making a game out of decluttering.
Oh my gosh, that's so great.
Yeah, so it's brilliant. And it's beautifully packaged, and just really, I'm always so impressed by people who have ideas that they turn into reality,
right.
Especially physical products. But this one is just, it really impresses me, and I'm looking forward to playing it. I haven't had a chance to use it in my own house, but I think it'll be great.
Yeah, and you just sent me a picture of it, and it's just so appealing. The colors are great. The drawings that represent the different activities and things, those are really fun to look at. It looks fun, which is the whole point of gamification.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. And so many people who are wanting to organize or declutter in their homes, they say they don't know where to start, right? I mean, That's a huge question for people, and especially people who are dealing with perfectionist tendencies, because they want to make sure they start in the right place.
Yes.
And this takes that away.
Right.
Poof. It just allows you to get started. It's excellent.
Yeah. And I imagine, too, that it would help you get at things that you might not normally get at.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And that, that can be really helpful, just rather than the stuff that you keep thinking, oh, I got to do. You find some hidden nuggets perhaps in your house that you wouldn't have done otherwise, or might not have, as you say, even thought of otherwise, and allows you to make progress. So I'm excited.
Yeah, and then that progress feeds the energy to do more. And, you do 3 things and then you get your reward.
Right. We're all about the rewards, aren't we?
Yeah. And I love that, that it's all built in, like to take care of yourself up front, to get ready, and choosing what to do. Like it's just all literally a roll of the dice.
Yeah. It's like she thought of everything.
Yeah. It's terrific. I'm super excited to hear how it goes for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know what the price point is. I don't know anything, but I can't wait to recommend it to clients, because for certain clients, I think it will be really helpful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I think we'll be able to have all those details on the show notes when.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yes, because we're recording this before it's been released. So
right.
Right. And so the website is not yet live, but it will be by the time we do this show notes for the show. And I'm fortunate that Lynne very kindly just mailed me one. She just, out of the kindness of her heart. So it was a big surprise for me.
Oh, that's really sweet. And that's why I have to just drool over your pictures at this point.
That's right. Because she's my friend, not yours.
Right.
Yeah. So you're going to have to. Yet another reason I wish we lived in the same city, Shannon.
I know. There's so many.
So many, yes. So let's talk about you and your gamifying.
Well, I think I've shared a little bit lately about how I've gotten into my Duolingo a little bit more. And I mean, I've been doing it for a while because, like, what's my streak at now? My Duolingo streak is, I'm opening it up because I can't remember. 656 days.
Oh my gosh. I was thinking it was just over 600 because last time we talked about it, you were getting close to 600, but I guess it's been a while. Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm stunned that it's at 656.
Yeah.
But I did most of that by doing the bare minimum every day. Which is that it's, the Duolingo is all gamified. You get points for doing lessons and things. And I did that. I was doing that, getting 10 points a day, which, took me about 3 minutes.
Right. And I want to interrupt you just in case there's someone listening who's never heard of Duolingo. It's a language app that Shannon is using to learn Portuguese. Yes.
And it's a free app. They have lots of languages on there, and they keep adding new ones, and they keep sort of fine-tuning and upgrading the way that they teach all the time. Their whole thing is about like how to better online education. Their goal isn't to teach people languages. Their goal is to revolutionize online learning.
Wow.
It's kind of interesting. But they have this whole part of leagues where you get put into a league of people who are at about the same, level of experience as you, or, sort of do the same amount, and they're learning all different languages and stuff. Mm-hmm. And they're sort of not related to anything else you're doing, these leagues, other than the people, sort of accrue the same amount of points as you do. But you can go up in leagues. And I did not pay attention to that for, about the first 630 days.
So about 3 weeks ago, you woke up to it, huh?
Well, I have a friend and client who we started out with her just sort of doing a check-in of when she was practicing the language that she wants to learn. And then that sort of inspired me to want to do a little more. And she encouraged me to sort of work my way up in the leagues. And that took some real work. And I finally made it to the Diamond League. And now...
Do you get there by spending more time with it or by getting higher scores?
Yeah, you get there by getting more points. So there'll be 30 people in your league. And the top 10, I think it is, move on to the next league. The bottom 5 go back a league.
Oh.
So, and which they call demotion, but I fondly refer to as relegation, thanks to Ted Lasso. So my friend and I'm like, I'm in danger of relegation.
So you made it to the diamond level.
Yep, which is the top level. Like I went through, I don't know, emerald, ruby, sapphire, pearl, obsidian, diamond.
Does that mean you were spending diamond? Does that mean you were spending more time every day on it than you had been?
Oh yeah.
So you learned a lot.
I did learn a lot. And that was the thing, was that I wanted to make sure that I was doing this, and particularly as I attempt to stay in the Diamond League, that you have to get enough points to be in the top 25 of the group, and some groups are more competitive than others. But I wanted to make sure I wasn't just trying to accrue points, that I was actually learning the language. And I really am. I've learned so much more since I started doing this and started spending more time with it. And I'm reviewing things, and it's free, and I used the free version up until just a couple of weeks ago. But I upgraded because it allows you to do other things like practice your mistakes and stuff like that. And all of that goes to your points that keep you in the league that you're in.
So getting involved with the leagues sort of intensified your commitment to it and made it more palatable to pay a little bit for
right.
it. Which doesn't, I don't know what you're paying, but it sounds like it's an incredibly valuable app. So paying for it makes sense.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you can totally do it for free, but it limits you in that you have to do well to get points so that you can keep doing it. If you make mistakes, you lose lives. The whole thing truly is gamified. If you make mistakes, you lose lives. Oh. And then if you run out of lives, you can't practice anymore. Or you can't do new lessons. You have to go back to old lessons to get more lives. It sounds complicated. It's really not that complicated.
Wow.
Well, but I feel like I've learned so much more in the last 3 weeks than I probably learned in the last year.
Mm-hmm. Because you were more engaged, right?
I'm more engaged. I'm reviewing things more frequently. I'm doing several small lessons a day. It's sort of been, when I want just a little bit of a break, I'll do a lesson and it's like 3 minutes or something. And it's a great break. I feel like I've accomplished something, and I've earned points to stay in the Diamond League.
Right. And instead of just doing it to say you did it that day, mm-hmm. right? You were in the whole don't break a chain thing, which is valuable. Right. But it's gone beyond that. It's like you've up-leveled.
Yes.
Quite literally, since you're in the Diamond League. Do you know how to say diamond in Portuguese?
Oh, that's an excellent question. No, I don't know how to say diamond. I should figure that out.
Yeah, and we can put it in the show notes if people are curious.
Yeah, it's funny that the thing that I was afraid was going to turn it into, just I don't know what the word is, like a commodity, like I was just trying to earn points, is the thing that has actually helped me learn more. Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think, their goal of changing online education is, they're doing a good job at it because it's really working for me.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I have this memory, and it's years old, of when you first went from being a non-runner to a runner. Uh-huh. Didn't you have an app that involved zombies that got you running?
Yes, actually, I used that app after I had been a runner for some time, but then I had that car accident and I wasn't able to run for a long time. I can't remember how. I know it was at least 6 months before I was able to run. And they have a couch to 5K program, and then they have the regular Zombies Run is what the app is called. And yeah, that got me back into it. And the way Zombies Run works is that there's a story, and it's they tell the story in part. So it's not someone talking the whole time you're running. It's just every few minutes, depending on how long you're running, the story will come on. And then periodically, there will be an announcement, zombies have been detected. And when zombies have been detected, you have to speed up.
Of course, naturally.
Yeah, you have to speed up to evade the zombies. And if you speed up enough, you evade the zombies. All is good. If you don't speed up enough, then you drop supplies that you've been collecting as you go. Because that's the other thing. As you're running, it'll periodically say, that you find things and you collect them. And there's a whole online thing there where you can collect your supplies and build stuff, and there's a whole another level of gamification that I have not gotten involved in with Zombies Run. That's sort of like a universe building game.
Wow.
Yeah, I know there's a lot, but I'll tell you that with this, the story is compelling. I wanted to run again so I could hear what happened next. And it was nice to, it would help break up my runs to have to, periodically get chased by zombies.
Yeah. I mean, way better to start running faster because zombies have been detected than just because somebody in the app says, start running.
Yeah. Go.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I love the idea of these apps that are games, but they're games for good, or they're helping you in other ways rather than just a game.
Right.
Game for game's sake is fine.
Right.
But if you can achieve your goals more easily because you've got a game going, that's fantastic.
Yeah. Well, and we have to bring up our task management game of to-do list bingo.
I can't believe I forgot about to-do list bingo, but I did. Yeah. Right.
Which, that was another thing. And it had a lot of those things like we were talking about with the Declutter Go game, in that to get a bingo, I would do stuff that I wouldn't necessarily want to do. But because of the way it was laid out on the bingo chart, I had to do it, and I did it.
And you did it. That's right. Yeah, I have blog posts about to-do list bingo, so I will add those. In fact, I may still sell a guide about that. I don't even know. But I do remember that I went on TV once and talked about it. Sadly,
I remember that.
That's not available. The video is no longer available. But yeah, you're right. That was a fun way to get stuff done. And, sometimes just, even if it's, you're not something you're not going to do the rest of your life. I completely forgot about it, for example, about to-do list bingo. At the time I was doing it, it was incredibly valuable.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've had clients who started doing it, and it got them out of procrastination ruts. And I have one client who still sort of regularly does it. She just writes her to-do list in a grid.
Oh, very cool.
And then tries to get a bingo. And the center spot for her daughter loves to cuddle. And the center spot is always cuddle. And so her daughter is always happy to help her make sure she gets her center spot.
How sweet is that?
Isn't that adorable?
Yes, that's so adorable. Oh, I have a huge to-do list right now because I'm back from my trip and stuff. It makes me want tomorrow to make a bingo card for my to-do list. I'm going to do that. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to be really fun. But it's just the gamification thing. I think there's a tendency for people to think that if it's fun and easy, it doesn't count. Mm-hmm. And that somehow it's cheating if you're trying to make it fun, or that you shouldn't have to do that. And I'm all for doing whatever helps.
I agree. I think the opposite is true. If it's fun and easy, that's the better way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's terrific.
Yeah. So, and you can gamify anything. You can give yourself points. I mean, sometimes I probably said this to you a bunch of times, million sparkle points for that.
Right.
And you could just make stuff up, but that exchange of, feeling like you're earning something by completing something, particularly something you aren't necessarily excited to do, that helps, and it makes it fun and makes it easier to get it done. And that, I think, is invaluable.
Absolutely. I'll oftentimes play beat the clock on tasks that I, not just things that feel like drudgery. Sometimes emptying the dishwasher, which doesn't usually feel like drudgery, but sometimes it does. I'll okay, I'm going to see if I can do this in under 3 minutes, 30 seconds without breaking a dish.
Oh, there's rules.
Well, that goes unsaid, but.
Right. Yeah. And all that stuff is great. And I think it's really helpful to remember that if you can add some sort of gamification, it might make it easier to get some things done that you don't really want to do, and have fun doing it. I mean, to bring us full circle back to the declutter game, that literally sounds fun. It makes me want to have it. I can't declutter until I have that game to do it.
Right. Yeah, I think it does seem like it'll be really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so we would like to hear from you, our listeners. Do you gamify anything in your life? We would like to know. You can head over to the show notes at gettingtogoodenough.com and share in the comments. Or you can find us on Facebook or Instagram at Getting to Good Enough, on Twitter at GTG Enough, or you can leave us a voice message at 413-424-GTGE. That's 4843. Until next time, this is Shannon Wilkinson in Portland, Oregon.
And Janine Adams in St. Louis, Missouri.
And we hope that good enough is getting easier for you. Maybe we could do Declutter Go on Zoom, and you could roll, and then we both do the thing.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.